Hey there guys and gals, Melodic Symphony here, and today we're going to be playing some more of the Roommates. Now after going back and fixing that one scene issue, nothing else was different. I didn't do too much changes to my, too many changes, sorry, my grammar, to the actual schedule. For some reason I have like a ton more energy. I don't know what I did differently, but oh well. Nothing was different except for that one scene. So now we're ready for spring break. I'm extremely sorry I missed that. I mean, in my defense, that was a very awkward scene to be necessary. Like, you just asked her to help him. Like, help him actually realize that Max's band was better and stop being arrogant. So, what if, man? I don't know, man. Politics. Oh, God! Ah, that scared me! Ah, Jesus. I may have accidentally left skip on. Let me go ahead and, okay. Let me go ahead and turn skipping off. Oh, God. That scared me. I'm sorry. Everyone's packing their stuff. Nobody can stop talking about our trip to the beach house. I'm a little worried that we still have to pay our own way, but I think I've got enough squirreled away. Okay, wow, that's a good term. Thanks. Thankfully, Max's van is big enough to carry all of us down there, so we have to all chip in for gas. It's cheaper than a taxi anyways. You almost ready? Almost. Just a couple more things. Hey, what'd you think of this swimsuit? Isabella holds up a skimpy two-piece against her shirt. Oh, Isabella, that looks good on you. I bet you'll turn every head on the beach. You know it, girl. If I don't get at least one guy to walk into a pool out there, this thing's a failure. Anyway, hurry up. We're all itching to get going. Seriously, you ripped that one on purpose. God, those last 3 miles were hell. You're full of it. Quit trying to blame it on me. Hey, come on, guys. We're here. It doesn't matter anymore. Our lungs will probably grow back. It's fine. Ha. I love her response. Ha. It was a long 15-hour trip, but we finally made it. The beach house sits before us, and the ocean sits just on the other side of it. It's pretty late. What do we want to do? Let's get settled into the house first. I want to see what the room situation's like. So, are we really the only ones here all week? Yeah, unfortunately, Roxanne and the others had to bow out. They couldn't afford their own transportation. I'd feel bad, but this place doesn't really look big enough for all of us anyways. Max is right. The house looks pretty cozy. Once we've got the door open and the place scouted, it looks like there's only really 3 bedrooms. Each has a king-size bed in it, but still. Well, I suppose we can split off into pairs. Maybe someone can use the couch out here. Actually, let's use 2 of the rooms for 3 people. We can go 1 girl, 1 boys. What? Why wouldn't we use all of the rooms? Max and Isabella seem to share a quick glance. I'm not sure why she wouldn't want to use all the rooms either, but those 2 seem to have a plan. Because, numbnuts, we've already got a perfectly good split here. Why mess it up all of the rooms? Because it's ours for the week? That means we... Oh, sorry. I thought Anne was talking... So that means we have to be rude? No. It's much better if we leave one of the rooms empty, where we know that none of the others will be in it. Where everyone knows that we shouldn't go into that room, especially without knocking. Oh, the sarcasm, I could feel it. I could taste it in those words. Dominic looks between Max and Isabella as some kind of realization dawns on his face. I'm just saying, it's a long week, lots of folks about. Come on, douchenick, catch the hint already. Yeah, I get it. You 2 are gross, but whatever, fine. Isabella and Max high-five as everyone else starts putting their stuff into one of the rooms. Isn't this like a carbon copy of Anne's guest room, just with some different colors here and there? Isn't it? Is everyone's guest room in this part of the world the same? I don't know, man. Everyone splits up across male or female, setting their stuff down and making their sleeping arrangements. Okay, ladies, let's get set up. How are we for the bed situation? What do you gals think? Hey, I'm okay with a little snuggling. What do you say, Anne? Well, I guess I try not to blush too much. I don't think I'm succeeding. Yes, I'll hump anything that moves, but if anyone's going to be groping me, I'd like them to have the pecker to back it up. Thanks. The sass. But also, like, I would have never expected Sally to just straight up say that. What? That's incredibly insulting. You think I can't get a strap on short notice? Pfft, don't underestimate me. Oh my god, Isabella, you have issues. Water break. I say water break. I take a sip of my water, and I spill half of it on my shirt. That's good. Okay. You're so gross, Isabella. Your face doesn't say that she's gross, Sally. Your face is saying, if you buy one, I'm not gonna stop you. How do you expect me to behave when I've got you two beautiful specimens rooming with me? Tell me you at least brought some nice revealing swimsuits. Laughing, we each take our bathing suits out of our luggage. Isabella inspects them all, nodding her approval. Anyway, let's take turns with the bed. I brought a sleeping bag just in case, so I can take the first floor shift. That's awfully generous of you. Yeah, well, I'm told I'm a bed hog, so I guess I was just expecting to get kicked out at some point. We all have a good laugh over that. Alright, let me go get some more blankets from the linen closet and we'll see if we can't set up a third space here. As Sally leaves, Isabella turns toward me with a wicked grin on her face. Well, I'm a free lady now, Anne. If you want to make your move, now's your chance. What? Oh. Oh. Oh, the ship. It's sailing so hard. Oh. I mean, I imagine you would have preferred if we could take our time. Isabella laughs deeply at that one. It's always nice to know I can make her laugh. Don't you worry, Anne. I'm sure we'll manage to figure out a chance to take all the time we need. Isabella winks, lasciviously at me. Geez, that's a new one. As I try not to blush too much. I even managed to wink back before descending into giggles. Okay, I think this will do us. Come on, girls. What say we turn in? Tomorrow's probably going to be just as long, if for different reasons. Speaking of just as long, I imagine, like, Isabella being that one friend who every joke she says is an innuendo of sorts. That's I imagine her as being a friend would be. Oh my gods, Isabella. She has two gods? Multiple gods? Is she like Greek where she has all the gods? That'd be cool. It's probably another few hours before we drift off to sleep, but it's perfectly sunny out. God. Wow, that's a very revealing bikini. I'm not surprised Isabella's wearing it. Oh, I just spit all over my mic. There we go. Come on, everyone. That beach isn't gonna lie all over itself. First one there gets to rub the suntan lotion on my back. Everyone's up and dressed for some fun on the beach. Sally cooked us up some great vegan pancakes for breakfast. I have to admit, I'm looking forward to spending the day on the beach. Our first day here, we basically just went into the nearby town and picked up some supplies. We found a nice little outlet mall. Sally and Dominic wanted to look through it a bit, so we ended up just spending our day in town, just enjoying the local flavor. Enter! Enter! Here we go. Today is promising to be some fun on the beach. The sky is clear, the water's warm, and I can't wait. It's really beautiful out here. It makes the stress of this last quarter just melt away. We've got our own private beach, which means I don't feel nearly as self-conscious about walking around in my swimsuit. Everyone else is just as undressed as I am. Sometimes it still feels like I'm in some kind of model's dorm, but I don't feel as much like an outsider anymore. Nice crack, Rakesh. Oh, God. I like how... Or is that the small of his back? Nah, man. I think that's full crack on Rakesh. Crack's wackio. Oh, God. Rakesh and Sally are looking out over the water. Looks like they're thinking about going in first. No, Rakesh, you're not going to be able to snorkel in here. It's too shallow. Oh, God. Oh, God, go back. I suppose looking at it, you may be right. Still, I would like to explore and see. Max and Dominic are setting up a net of some kind a little ways off. Meanwhile, I'm putting on some sunscreen under a nice beach umbrella Isabella had. I've got a few good books out here, and I'm looking forward to relaxing and reading for a while. No, it has to go on the third rung, you dumbass. Otherwise, it's going to be too low. It's a net, not a limbo stick. Shut up, jackass. If you don't get it straight, we won't be doing anything with it. Oh, Rakesh, shake that pretty ass, boy. Oh, my God. She sees the crack, too. Crack be whack. Oh, God, Isabella's just one of those friends that you can't take seriously. Otherwise, bad things happen. Behave, Isabella. Come on, Rakesh. Let's see how deep it gets out there. Watch out for the undertow, you two. It's nice to have the whole house out here, getting along and enjoying the beach. It almost feels like we've got our own nice little family. A few hours later, everyone's gathered around the deck table with another great lunch properly finished off. Thanks for the meal, Rakesh. It was great. Yeah, man, good job. Though I'm eyeing that grill, I think we may have to fire that up tonight. We bought charcoal, right? Yeah, and some hamburger and veggie patties. Oh, that sounds delicious too. I'm going to end up stuffing myself silly this week. Well then, we're just going to have to exercise that much harder. True, we should all go do something now. Hey, let's put that volleyball net to good use. What do you folks say? I'm game. Let's do it. I'll lead one team. Badgers. Don't you get enough trying to herd cats being our RA? What? Maybe that's like a term that's used somewhere. If it is, someone please explain that to me. But I don't get what that says. Pfft, I'm not going to stop until I whip you into shape. And I just spit all over my microphone. There we go. The rest of us decide it's not worth it to argue with him and let him lead one of the teams. Sally volunteers to lead the other one. The two confer for a few moments before turning to us with their team selections. Okay, we discussed what seemed fair for the teams. It's me, Rakesh, and Anne for Team 1. For Team 2, it's Sally, Isabella, and any stray hobos they can pick up. Oh, the sass. Sally elbows Dominic in the ribs. Come on, Max and Isabella. Let's clobber these suckers. I laugh as Isabella and Max make their way to Sally. Meanwhile, Dominic calls Rakesh and I over to our side of the net for a strategy meeting. Okay, Anne, you're going to be our trap card. They're going to think you're our weakest link. Sorry, I'm not really very physical. I hope I'll do okay. No, that's good. Look like you don't think you can handle it. That way they'll keep the ball coming at you. Meanwhile, Rakesh and I will know exactly where the ball's going. And we can compensate. Brilliant, General. When the ball does come to you, try to set it. That way we can complete for points. If you think you've got a shot, though, take it. I've got confidence in you. Dominic looks pleased with himself as Rakesh and he clasp hands. Victory is already smoldering in their eyes, while I can only chuckle and hope I don't drag them down too much. You chumps ready for the fire? Don't get too cocky, Missy. We've got brawn and brains to spare. You mean you've gone spare. We have spare tires in our brains. Rakesh, do we need to talk? Everyone looks at Rakesh for a moment, but decides to let it pass. Yeah. I want to see what Rakesh sees in his eyes. Like, what does he think? Is he, like, always high, is my question. I just... Jesus. What say we make this interesting, folks? Oh, what are you thinking? What say the winning team gets out of cleaning duties for the rest of the trip? Oh, yes, I will enjoy all of my extra free time. Ha, you wish. Dominic fishes a quarter out of a pocket and flips it. He points to me and says to call it. Luckily, Tails doesn't fail me, and it's our turn first. Dominic tosses me the ball. Looks like it's my serve. Oh no. Is this one of those, like, pick your own adventure things where, like, it changes the entire storyline? Sorry, drink some water. Still have a ton of it on my shirt, by the way. I need to, like, fix that or something. Serve it to Sally. I may not be the most physical woman here, but I'm no slouch. I wind up and swat the ball straight at Sally. Luckily, she's not expecting it at all and flails at her bump. The ball goes flying past Max on its way out of bounds. Nice. All right, your point. I'll grab the ball. We rotate positions with Dominic serving this time. He tosses the ball and does a jump serve right to Isabella. Isabella laughs as she easily returns the ball back over the net. We get a couple of good volleys in. Rakesh almost spikes one home, but a last-minute dive by Sally saves it. Rakesh sends a wide bump over towards Max. He catches it easily, but his teammates are nowhere near, so he sends it back over the net, right at me. Maybe I can score. Try to spike it over the net. I try to leap up at the ball, bringing my arm over my head. Poor Anne. Bringing my arm over my head. Unfortunately, I mistimed the jump and watch in horror as the ball goes smashing right into our side of the net. It's far too late for anyone to save it. Haha, you suck. Poor Anne. Haven't you served 3 balls into the net today? I stuck my tongue out at Isabella and we both laughed about it. Okay, it's just a joke. After another half an hour, we're all feeling hot and sweaty, but it's been great exercise. Sally's team has scored 13 to Dominic's 13. We're getting really close to match point, and it's my serve again. I have a chance to maybe end the game right here, since we're only playing to 15. Now where to serve it this time? Serve it to Max. I size up the other team as I toss the ball in the air. With a loud thwack, I send the ball straight at Max. Unfortunately, it's a little too straight at Max, as in straight at his face. He tries to get his hands up in time, but the ball just ends up bouncing off his wrists and hitting the ground. Oh, wow, that was a snipe. I'm sorry, are you okay? I'm fine. It would have been more dramatic if the last point had been some epic struggle, but it really wasn't. The ball was served normally, we even managed to volley a few times. Then, without warning, Sally went for a set and stumbled in the sand. The ball bounced off her exposed legs and rolled out of bounds. We made the last point. Everyone laughed and cheered as the final point was scored. Rakesh and Dominic rush over to give out high fives. I grab their hands and we jump a little for having won our game. Well, looks like I'll be cooking with extra dishes tonight. I'll have much more free time now that you losers are doing the cleaning. Nice work, everyone. It was a good game. I don't know why I'm still getting points for Dominic. I mean, wouldn't it be nearly impossible to get his ending now anyways? The final tally was Dominic's 15 to Sally's 13. I wandered over to the water and took a few moments to stretch. That was a lot of fun, and I really can't wait to see what the rest of this week will hold. The last 2 days have been incredible. I've been hanging out with my friends on and off the beach. This has probably been the best vacation of my life. Quiet time to read, the gentle lapping waves, laughter of friends. I can hardly believe it. It's all the more disappointing that tomorrow we have to pack up and head back to the dorm. Still, I've got one more day to spend here, and I'm gonna make sure it's the best caper yet. I think everyone's had the same thought, actually. After Dominic made everyone breakfast, we all split up to sort of do our own thing. I've gotten a good breakfast, a good shower in. Now I just need to figure out what to do with my day. I walk out onto the deck and take a brief moment to watch over the waves. It's beautiful here. I can see why Professor Task bought it, and why he wanted it to keep it to himself. Where did everyone go today? I think Rakesh went to the garage. He's probably painting something in there he shouldn't be. Isabella probably went to go fall asleep on the beach. Dominic went for a jog along the beach. He said he'd been too lax this week, and I'm pretty sure Max took the van to get into town to get gassed up for the return trip. I know that the last quarter of this year is coming up. I probably won't have another chance to get some good alone time with someone. If I don't make something happen now, nobody's ever going to have time to try and make it happen later. Going out with Isabella. I hope this works. If I missed another scene and no one pointed out to me, I'm going to have to start all over, use a walkthrough, and I'm going to be so sad. I walk outside and head towards the beach. There's a nice stretch between some high rock outcroppings that Isabella fell in love with almost immediately. As I come around the wall, I can see her laying out on the blanket under the umbrella. Hey, Isabella! Oh, hey, Anne, what's up? Nothing really, I just thought I'd come hang out with you. Sure, sit on down. You bring a book with you? Nah, I've still got time to read on the trip home. Besides, it's so nice out here. Isabella smiles beamingly up at me and pats a spot on the blanket next to her. I take a seat next to her, looking out over the water. Whoa. Oh, I got an achievement! Need help with the suntan lotion? Okay, so, quick note before anything. This part is most likely going to be of an adult nature. Look away now. Like, if you are not okay with seeing anything of the adult nature, look away now. I'm definitely going to blur it out. Don't worry about that. It's going to be blurred out. It's going to be censored. But if you don't want to see it happening, just don't complain about it. Just look away. I mean, It's kind of simple. I mean, I'm reading it anyways. You don't technically need to watch it, but I just don't want you guys to hate me for reading this. Like, I'm enjoying this storyline, and I'm gonna read it all. I'm not just gonna skip a part because, oh no, it's a little saucy. So, if you're gonna stay with me and read with me, good on you. If you're gonna leave, good on you. I mean, it won't hurt me otherwise. So, let's go. I'm glad I found this spot. Nice and private. Definitely, this has been such a great week. I've been really happy being out here with you all. Isabella chuckles but doesn't say anything. Say, can I ask you something? Of course. What do you, look for in a girl? Isabella looks me up and down, smiling. I don't know. What have you got? Isabella, I was being serious. Huh, so was I. What do I look for in a girl? I guess the same thing as I look for in a guy. That's one of the things about being pansexual. Gender doesn't really matter to me. I like the personalities I like. Everyone on the gender spectrum does things in their own way. They each have their own delicious quirks. But the traits that make a good lover and partner can be pretty universal. I nod and take that in, looking Isabella over. Oh hey, that reminds me. Can you get my back for me? I can never get it very well on my own. Isabella rolls onto her back. If she wants me to rub her back, wouldn't she roll onto her stomach? I'm not going to question it, man. Never mind. Isabella rolls onto her back. After handing me her suntan lotion. Okay, I can read. It's okay, guys. I splash some on my hands, while I let my eyes roam over her curves. As I begin to rub the lotion onto her back, Isabella lets out a small, satisfied sigh. Her skin is smooth and soft. I hate to admit it, but I almost forget I'm supposed to be rubbing lotion in and get lost just exploring her back with my hands. I almost let my hands straight under her waistline, but stop myself at the last moment. Finally, I have to admit I'm done and move away from Isabella. She sits back up and gives me an appreciative grin. Perfect. Oh, you probably want some sunscreen. Here. Isabella holds up a different bottle out at me. I look at the bottle and back up into Isabella's face. What? Oh. She looks gorgeously spread out. Oh my god, I can't talk. Let me restart that whole thing. Isabella holds a different bottle out at me. I look at the bottle and back up to Isabella's face. She looks gorgeous spread out on her side, glowing next to the warm sand. Oh, did you already put some on? I try my best not to blush. I don't know what's stirring inside me, but somehow it feels like something I have to pursue. I was hoping that you could put it on for me. Isabella's eyebrows go up in surprise for a moment. But then her eyes lid languidly. What? Lid languidly? I need to look that up. But then her eyes lid languidly, and her smile changes a bit. Oh ho, giving yourself up to my insidious wiles, are you? I shake my head, but look her in the eyes. You're so beautiful, Isabella, and bold and outgoing. You never let the world do what it wants with you. You're always in charge. It's just, you impress me so much, and when you say you like me too, it makes my heart flutter. It makes me happy in a way I didn't think it would. Isabella puts a hand against my lips quietly. I'm being honest when I say it. You're amazingly beautiful, Anne, in a lot of ways. But you're also sincere and genuinely giving. You're probably the kindest person I've ever met. I know being with a woman isn't something you necessarily saw for yourself, but if you decide you want to take this path, I'd be happy to walk down that. I'd be happy to walk down that road with you. Isabella moves her hand from my mouth to gently cup my cheek. She looks into my eyes, her face coming closer. I want that, Isabella. Maybe I always wanted that, but I know I want it now. Okay, nothing bad yet. Nothing to censor yet. I lean forward with my eyes. My god, I can't talk. I lean forward with my eyes closed and my mouth pursed. A few moments later, I feel Isabella's lips pressed into my own. The kiss is surprisingly gentle and restrained. I sigh happily as Isabella pulls my head into her chest, gently kissing my head all over. I scoot up to kiss her lips again. I don't know much about this. I mean, not just with a woman. I mean, it's only been well, just in general. Isabella chuckles and kisses my cheek, making a way to lick my ear gently, wrapping her arms tenderly around me. Oh, Anne, all of you people should understand what it means to be a quick study. I can't help but laugh as she gently lays me back onto the blanket. I wrap my arms around her as she kisses my cheeks and my lips and my eyes. But what? You're kissing her eyes. What? I'm so confused. Her kisses are tender and searching. Soon her lips have found my neck. She's nibbled a little and it sends a thrill through me. I let a small moan escape my lips. Isabella's hands are all over, touching me everywhere. My arms, my hips, my chest, my legs. Just exploring. As Isabella's lips begin to explore where her hands had been before, I close my eyes and just let the feelings overcome me. I reach out a hand and Isabella's hand grabs it. Connected, I sigh and moan, and very much forget to study. 30 minutes later, I'm about as exhausted as I've felt in a long while. I smiled down at Isabella. Oh God, I'm sorry. Oh God, there we go. I smiled down at Isabella, who slinkily gets back into her. Oh my God. Who slinkily gets back to her hands and knees and comes up to give me a kiss. I can't believe I did that, and that it. I can barely speak. Isabella just laughs at me. Oh yes, I will definitely have fun teaching you. Such a good student. And on a beach, no less. Somebody could have seen. The enormity of what just happened starts to hit me, and I almost feel like I could panic. But Isabella just holds me tightly in her arms, and I calm down. Thank you, Isabella. Of course. I know this has been confusing for you, but I mean, but I've meant what I said. You're an amazing person, Anne. I'm so glad I broke up with that asshole before this trip, and I'm so grateful you've stuck with me through all of that. But I'm free to be who I want again, and I want to be with you. And I want to be with you, Isabella. Probably more than I've wanted most things. Is that weird? No, I don't think it is. Isabella and I lie there, her arms around me protectively. Me hugging her to me gently. Me hugging her to me gently. Oh God. The grammar. Me hugging her to me gently. It's sweet and comforting and feels so right. Together we talk for a while until the sun gets to be a bit too much. Then we pack up and make our way back inside. What? What? Did I do something wrong? What? Oh. The stat requirements for the final romance endings have changed. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna look at all of that later and make sure that I can actually still be on the right path. God dang it. Okay. But anyways, I'm gonna have to end that one here. There was actually nothing bad, so I'm sorry for that announcement earlier. I genuinely thought it was gonna be very saucy and very risque. This is probably the most tame visual novel I've ever read. I mean, and I've read quite a few, but there we have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see all of you in the next one.